Hey everyone, I'm Dark Hoarder and welcome back to Valhalla. So last time I finished up the prologue with all the corgis and stuff. And I'm gonna start the actual game. And I don't know. Okay. I don't know how long this is gonna be, or how long each episode's gonna be or anything like that. I figure I'm gonna maybe make one day per video, basically. Like, the prologue had 3 days in it, so I made 3 episodes out of that. So 1 episode for each day. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for the main game. If that's how it works, I don't know. So I guess I'll get into it then. Psst. If I can remember the voices I gave people. Hi, over here! Whoa, and TV? Boo! What was that? How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game's starting and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit that my little prank on you might have gone a bit overboard. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. See ya. Who was that? Obviously Anna, but... just a dream. There's something near the door. Primera. Okay. Is that like one of the primevals? Your membership to Shining Fingered will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account is at least $800 by then. Make sure to save your data using the Life Backup app. You can now browse the Augmented Eye. Okay. Well, this is new. All I had in the prologue was the bar thing, but now there's actual stuff. Boss and me. Okay. I'll hold this to unlock. Choose that welcome Jill. What is this? Mass immigration continues as Wonderlanders are the newest threats. Cyborg and Heels returns next year. I don't know what any of that is. Mass immigration continues as Quincy reveals new economic adjustments. By Kimberly LaVellette. With inflation rates among the highest in the world, constant shortages of basic groceries, and rampant violent crime, Glitch City's citizens look for a better life in other countries. Quincy, however, isn't happy with this. They learn in our schools and our universities, the Prime Minister said during a talk with the Augmented Eye, but they apply what they learn somewhere else and I find it rather insulting. This comes after revealing new economic measures for the city, which most analysts consider to be useless for the current environment. They don't know, concluded Quincy. Okay. If you say so. Alright. Let's go back, I guess. Wonderlanders. Wonderlanders are the newest threat to your security. If you thought Alice Rabbit was good at cracking the most complicated security protocols in the world, then this new group will certainly blow your mind. They've yet to make an impact as big as Alice Rabbit, but they seem to be aiming very high with the recent threats issued against Prime Minister Quincy. We hold full access to Quincy's email network, and we'll release the whole database this January, the group declared during a stream. Shallow threats. When questioned, Prime Minister Quincy dismissed all the group's threats by stating he's not hiding anything, especially his tax returns, and is not afraid of a possible leak of his email history. Maybe everyone will get to see what kind of TV I bought last month. Wild parties. The people behind the Wonderlanders seem to enjoy dressing in all kinds of rabbit costumes during the stream, from Anthro to Bunny Girl. The purpose was to show the love and respect they have for Alice Rabbit and their role in today's politics. We want to follow their example while having some fun. We're not sure if this will go anywhere, but we'll be there to tell you if it does. Okay. Cyborg and Heels returns next year to the Super Silver Thunderdome. Next year at the Silver Dome. The popular show Cyborg and Heels returns to the Dome this March, with tickets going on sale in January. Cyborg and Heels is a massive stage show about a cyborg fighting terrorism while wearing heels. As they do. Director Quentin Hayter explains Cyborg and Heels' special appeal during an exclusive interview with The Augmented Eye. What's not to love about it? It's a cyborg wearing heels, cutting stuff. That's literally something we've never seen before. A niche market I'm willing to capitalize on. Check out the full interview in the next few weeks, exclusively here at The Augmented Eye. Okay. Music. Ah, yes. The music stuff. Can't add any apps. 4. His acting is unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyways. Oh, were they talking about the news thing? Oh, jeez, I should have been reading that. Would you leave? Not without you. Okay, I guess that's the cat talking? I wonder what Alma thinks of this whole thing. Alma is, yep. His acting is unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyways. Right. I have 0 funds. Oh, that's bad. Okay. That's me. Look at my little face. And there's the kitty. Can I touch anything? Do stuff. Best boss? Sure. I don't think I can really affect anything here. Okay. No. I like backup. I can actually save now. Cool. Alright. I guess I'll go to work then. Why not? Good evening. No, I don't want to. Stop that. I'm gonna change the TV station. Okay. Ah, hey there, Jill. Oh, hey, John. When will you admit you have a John face, Gil? Oh, that's Gil. They talked about him in the prologue thing, but they never showed him. When you let people call you Jules. Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's boss? Dunno, she went out to buy some stuff and... Did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about... stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... There's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. Hey! I saw that. Oh, cute. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1, guy. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar was at risk of closing. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. And there's all the beer cans around my apartment, and... Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a Piano Man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Let's start with a sugar rush. Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book that will show up on the top left. You can also sort drinks by flavors, like sweet, or types, like manly. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from the seals on the right to the shaker in the center. Okay, so this is where they actually tell you how to play the game. That was kind of messing in the prologue. Here, when done, press the mix button, and then press it again to stop mixing. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Gil, I'm the one that went through formally the PTC instruction. Then this should be no problem. It's either Sugar Rush or Piano Man. If I mess up the ingredients or the drink, I can press the reset button and try again. Right. Okay, there's Piano Man and Piano Woman. 2 of those. 3 Charles Bronsons. 5 Powder Deltas. 5 Flanner Guide. 3 Karma Tree. Okay. All on the rocks and mixed. There we go. Hey, happy? Yes, very. I stand corrected. Now let's get working. Oh yeah, before I forget. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional karma tree, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. Optional karma tree doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Karma tree is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Hey guys! Oh, but, eh? Who's that? I don't know, found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring an unconscious body in here. She's going to make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in the office. Oh, great. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it. Act 2 of you. Believe in yourselves. Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowding about her, taunting us if that were the case. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl, at least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We just need to keep her quiet. She seems to be just sleeping soundly, not comatose. Yeah. Okay, then tell them to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? Well, you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what. I've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs, lots of them. You're joking. Gil, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well, so, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun. Just that? Fine, I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. This model needs to have all its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what was the logic behind that decision. No idea. Oh, sure. I think there's an achievement for this. Yeah. Fill all the 12 songs with one song and you get an achievement. Alright. Time to mix drinks and change lives. You, get me a beer. Oh, sure, right on it. Looks like quite the big guy, though. Okay, then. One analhide. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can do a big. I'll do a big one. 4. Delta. Let's see. 2 Flamigide. 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. Go. All mixed. There you go. There you go. Yeah, this one's good. Pretty good, in fact. Nice job. Thanks, I guess. Yo, lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey 3. Huh. What kind of work do you do, mister? You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye. And I own Dawson's Creek. Nothing gets published there without my blessings. The day started with quite an interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles in Alice Rabbit, then? Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcard hacker working for their own goals like nobody else is. That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks from all kinds of people. So he likes clickbait then. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and her kids. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. I can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker. But not all the daily stories about murders and other horrors. Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as it is. I don't need articles glitch cities love your sentences to list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get dissensitive. People get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Now you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sub-story behind it. That's why I like these urban legends. There's you to write about and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money is good. Huh, guess here's the point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those that get source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. The worst part about that is they know half our clicks come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about... No, wait. I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnist on your page are annoying. See? The kid on the restaurant critique column, shit, forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? I believe that's... That kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituaries. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by claiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No. Wasn't this one then? Anyway, all this talk made me thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please. Coming right up. Here again, this man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store, though. Didn't I give you one last time? Okay. 2 points in extract. I'm gonna make it big again. Or Delta. I'm gonna make all these big, well, you know, when I can. Just because. Let's see. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. Yeah. Here you are. Ah, it's the big things that make life worthwhile. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop returning to this place as a hellhole. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who was that? Nobody important. Hi, I heard that. Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting this building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in a hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. So, celebrities. Not really, at least not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. So I'm guessing he's referring to himself? You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love, but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love? Fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want is to see their idols torn down to their level. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. No, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You thought wrong, but even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I'm afraid I see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals or if they're dating God knows who? Granted, socks with sandals are practically public indecency, but still. Oh please, as a bartender I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. Just like hairdressers, this sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day I saw this committee judge bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, those people don't exist solely to entertain the public. But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments when they make a mistake and fall to their level. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to say they're human. Hey, that dude that plays a nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles just don't help, sensationalizing everything. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place. You like your big words, eh, Brett? Well, two can play that game of... Hey, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a elaborate hell-bent on world conquest. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. You can't tell me what to do. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have had quite a few stories in their career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories, and that got excommunicated and lynched. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts. We could have you ghostwriting. Half our staff do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway, eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess. Well, if you ever retire, that outfit's waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Sure. Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. That's Dr. Donovan to you. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson, or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. It is? Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general. But Mr. Donovan, now that's more like it. They're referring to me, to the man in front of them, not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no, but I want them to fear me, not because I'm their boss or their name appearing in their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking something. What was it? Drink. Another one. Do you? Ah, yes. You know what? 3rd time's a charm. Give me a beer. Alright. 3rd time's a charm. For what? Anyway, better get in that beer. This guy is... it's like a one-note person. I have no idea what I'm trying to... I don't know what kind of thing I'm trying to say here. I wish I did. Or I would sound intelligent. But, yeah, okay. I would not want him as my boss. 1 beer. Here's hoping I don't pass out. Cheers. Enjoy. Say, kid, does this bar have any investors? He didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sabine that wanted to give us money for he stamped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there are no local investors. Why? Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, that's... I mean, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no, they have to stick their noses in and stop changing the serious of stuff. What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer the unions, the government and those kinds of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's the paperwork. I make somebody else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they find offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal that says, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently, they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks! I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks, I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and they don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least it paid before storming off. I wonder what happened with Sven though. We never heard of him again. Jill! Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents. Shh, don't wake up Briar Rose over there. Well, forget this. Yeah. Oh, client. Welcome to Valhalla, what can I... Big gut punch, fast. Alright. I'll give him a gut punch, alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One flanner guide. And I decided that I'm not going to add karma training whenever there's an option to do it. I'm going to give people as little alcohol as I can. Let's see, Asian next. Okay. Got it. Here you are. You can actually do it then. Yeah, that's my job. This crack house is a bar. Hello, crack house. It smells like dog urine and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? I'm surprised you decided to come to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? The payment registry says... Sorry for the question then, Mr. Ingram McDougal. Sorry about the smell, we're working on fixing it. There was an incident over the weekend. But it's Tuesday. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a motel for a couple of hours? No. Then I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. May I ask why you decided to come to our bar then? Somebody recommended me this place and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says she's a regular here and all. I'm starting to doubt her tastes. A regular? Can I ask who? No. I'll concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has decent taste. Hey Gina, where'd you put the dish soap? Gil's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right. Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoyed your stay at Valhalla. So, any other feedback you want to provide the establishment so you can enhance your customer experience? No, nothing. That's an interesting change of heart. I can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here. You know my boss? I don't know her, but I know who she is. Dana Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mole riders all by herself, knocking them out cold one by one. That's an achievement and a title I'd never heard before. I know Boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Would you happen to know how she got her mechanical arm? I heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true. You've had an interesting change of attitude. I saw that woman take out armed riders with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them. Interesting. You can relax though, I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved classified weaponry, the other one a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca. An alpaca? Not really an alpaca, but there's this woman that owns a textile company. She got really drunk and she started screaming she was an alpaca. She started splitting on everything afterwards. My boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else? Give me a pile driver, please. Please? That's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. What's a pile driver? I honestly feel like suplexing him though. Or even the people's elbow. But I guess we'll leave it at pile driver. Let's see. 3 bombs extract. 2, 3. 3 flanner guide. 4 comet tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, all next. Yeah. Here you are. It's fine, I guess. Hey, lady, have you ever faked an orgasm? I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. I asked if you've ever faked an orgasm. That's a question I'm not going to answer. I'll take that as a yes. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time, lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually, but for that moment the lie can give a meaning to you. I say lies are like your porn stash. You know they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them. Does that mean you've really faked orgasms? Because you look like you have a lot of experience. Is that... Still, that's quite a random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now? Not really, I was just thinking about people making polite comments about this crack house. Of course you were. Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here. Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly? That's my problem, not yours. Give me a fringe weaver. Alright. Alright, let's give him a fringe weaver. Alright. Okay, well. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well then. Aged and mixed. Right. Try not to drink it too fast. That's up to me. Hey lady, have you ever felt empty? Empty how? Like hungry? No, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing. Can't say I particularly have. I just feel as there's a part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get or do something that I just can't satisfy. Have you tried taking up a hobby? It might not solve your problems, but it might keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it. Any suggestions? Well, collecting stuff, raiding, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising. Sounds a lot cheaper than the alternative. Which is... bitches and alcohol. I tried sex tourism once. It was like a bloody Russian roulette of STD, so I left midway through. I once burned my Christmas bonus hailing 3 women for an orgy. Porn is more amusing and way cheaper. I've also had a girl to act like my daughter for a day for 3 years in a row now. Nothing seems to do it. Have you tried rescuing a puppy? You can't fuck puppies. At least you shouldn't. I'm drawing a blank thing. Can't think of anything that might help. I wasn't expecting you to help me, or to believe me. Eh? I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time. People lie, lady. Anyway, I'm leaving now. This smell's killing me. Place home again? Don't count on it. Good. Phew. Boss, I'm gonna take my break. Alright. Man, that guy was weird. Cool. Interesting. Huh. Okay.